The What's Happening Hoke show is filmed before a live audience and is brought to you by Rockfish Motor Speedway, the Rock of Hoke, Nunboys.com, and GPS Photography and Video, GPS Photo and Video. What's happening, Hoke? Glenn Young, 2950 Lindsay Road, and we are down here ready to get started again.
Who am I?
Alongside, well, let me finish, guy. Tell them who you are. I don't know, this is Hal Nunn, just in case y'all haven't noticed. He's been vacant a couple of times, vacation,
Missing in
beach,
action.
Missing in action, but that's who Hal Nunn is.
In the month of June and July.
And the scrimmage last night as well, so I mean, hey, but he's here now. Speaking of which, scrimmage 2 is going to take place on Friday, and last night, and we'll talk about it in the sports segment, they got the first one in, and so it's still preseason.
I know,
Still
early,
preseason.
very early.
Well, it's a week out.
But you're 9 days away.
Well, everybody's going through the same thing too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
Everybody's going through the same thing.
We see it in like we said, we see it in a microscope because we're there.
You see it in a microcosm because we're here. But the same teams are having the same problems and the same issues. I assure you, it's preseason. You're gonna have a lot of jumping off sides, a lot of legal procedures, and that's just the nature of the beast.
Well, the one thing, and we'll get more into it, the one thing that I want to talk about in sports is the one thing we may have that others don't is a lot of depth. We don't have a lot of depth.
No, we don't.
And this is year number 2 of Tom Paris's reign over the Hoke County Bucks, and we have got to see some expansion. We need players to come out. We need more people to get involved.
You got to understand though, man, it's a tough game. Not everybody wants to play football.
That's true.
And you saw the separation on hit day. And I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw it.
I saw it for sure.
Talk about courage under fire. It is what it is.
All right.
Weather is what it is, man. It's going to be in the 80s. It's starting to cool off with about 40 days of summer left. But you're going to have some hot days next week as it gets back up in the 90s.
So we're not done yet?
No, we're not done yet. But you're going to see a lot more storms.
Storms
typically, when you get around that first week of the season, we always have a big rainstorm. Like when we went to Wilmington, Ashland.
Yeah. Oh man!
I don't know what it is. It's always that first week of the season.
Well, at the coast,
big storms.
At the coast, you usually get an afternoon thunderstorm, and then that.
Well, even at Hoke,
they're coming to us. Yeah.
They're coming to us this year. But and speaking of which, not to just skip on into news, but
we can.
When we talk about bus trips and how long kids are traveling on buses to go on trips, and I talked with Coach Paris about that last night. Could we have gotten Pine Forest or Overheels on the schedule? Would have been nice. I mean, a lot of parents are worried, and rightfully so, to be concerned. When you think about a couple of years back, when we went to Wilmington, Ashley, and then the bus broke down.
Yep. We
get down there, and then the big storm, we couldn't even finish the game. We had to go back to Hoke County and turn around and go back the next morning for 8 o'clock, and we ended up losing, I think, 10-8. So now that day is into your week 2 game. And so, it's a lot to recover from. But more importantly is bus broke down and just made for a long, miserable week.
Well, I tell you what, if the bus breaks down this year, they got the right man at the helm.
Well, the thing
Coach Paris is also the bus administrator.
Yeah, well, he's got to have the best buses going with him.
He better have the.
We'll take that long trip out to Rocky Mount. So.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
It is what it is.
Let's do some news, man. What you got?
Well, the biggest thing, unfortunately, is crime.
The robbery.
A lot of shootings. You had the robbery at the Shell station on Skull Road. Apparently, they went in after the gun store had apparently closed. The lady was in there by herself. 3 guys came in and accosted her at gunpoint, but they did catch 2 of the 3 guys. So again, we talked about situational awareness, and it's very important that you be that. The next thing is you like pizza, right?
Oh yeah.
Every weekend, you order pizza from Domino's, Papa John's, what have you.
Pizza Hut.
So I ordered a pizza from Domino's. Waiting on it. Now, next thing you know, I get a call back from Domino's saying, "Hey, we're not delivering to your house." I said, "Oh, really? Why?" So there's been a robbery. Our pizza guy's been robbed on your street. So apparently, the latest MO, if there is a vacant house on your street, if it's up for sale or what have you, the MO is to go to the house, like out in the yard, around the corner, hide out. Call for pizza, give them the address. They obviously have moved a for sale sign or what have you. Kill the lights and then rob the pizza guy.
Over how much? $30, something like that?
Well, whatever he has. I mean, that's the unfortunate part about it. But, after I talked to him, and then they said, "Well, yeah, Mr. Young, we've been to the house. My kids have ordered from Domino's. They did deliver the pizza." And of course, I gave the guy a tip. But it is dangerous out there, and everything is at a heightened alert, or should be. You got to be situationally aware because somebody's trying to take what you got.
Absolutely. And if you got a vacant house in your neighborhood, we talked to the sheriff, and one thing I don't remember if he mentioned it during our process or told me in the past, if you live in a neighborhood and you've got some vacant houses, some houses that's been empty for a while,
Maybe
be aware of what's
foreclosure or
going on. You know, if you see weird cars pulling up in your neighborhood and they look suspicious, what? Call.
They'll call. That's the whole thing. People got to call.
They gotta
But
call.
at the same time, you got to get your alarm. You got to get you a dog. You got to get you a weapon. You got to have levels of
security.
defense, levels of security.
When you
If
were in
not, then you're just begging.
Afghanistan, you had some levels of defense.
Well, all soldiers understand that. But I mean, a lot of people, you're a target and you think that you're not being watched.
Oh gosh.
Every morning they know this person went to work at this time, that person went to work at that time. This person may be home alone. It's unfortunate, but that's the way the day and age we're living in.
Yeah.
Federal Observer is saying that crime, as far as burglaries, are going down 17%, but shootings are up. So it is what it is. And you think about the theater, just your whole security
Awareness.
has to be heightened.
Maybe we need to start a security business in Rayford.
Well, speaking of which, it's funny that Rayford Police Department announced this week they're giving a citizens police academy class.
Yeah, I did see something.
To show you how the police work and how they patrol, from armed, from dogs, everything. Now you can't have any kind of record, obviously, because you know in the tactics and techniques of the police department. If you are if you have a record, if you're a robber, I mean, hey, I'm gonna take the class, but now I'm come knock you off because I know your tactics.
Right.
But again, it's not designed to put people as policemen as well.
Yeah.
But to show you how to be more security aware, how the police work, and go from there. But if you're not, you just need to be careful. Talk to your neighbor, watch your neighbors, and go from there. Change your patterns, your driving patterns, stuff like that.
Mix
Which
it
way
up.
you come home to work. Have 2 or 3 ways that you go to work and come home. So.
Did you come down Lindsay Road today?
Yeah, I always Wednesday Road backed up now. If you don't get that window by 3:30, you're done.
I want to know what's the big call. I mean, we've been talking about transportation issues in the Rockfish community
Wreck
since
last
April.
week, right outside here.
Wreck right out here at
Yeah.
Lindsay and Gillis Hill. How come nobody explained to us what's going on out there at the 401 Lindsay intersection?
Well, they got to go to the meeting, number one.
Well, I mean, we
Community board
had
meeting.
people here.
We had the DOT here.
And they didn't say a word about it.
Well, if you don't ask, don't tell.
We asked about the roads. I watched the
when
recording.
they got here, they were only concerned about Lindsay and Gillis and Rockfish Road. And that's all it was asked. That was all the answer.
I
And the
remember he
specific
talked about
project
upcoming
was
projects.
Project U5707 was
Right.
the one they had in name.
He talked-
But no, they didn't
he
talk
let me
about the
talk.
one out there at 401.
He talked about upcoming projects, and not
Darius
one of the
Studebaker.
things he mentioned was the man
We
did
gonna
a
do
great
whipping?
job. No, the man did a great job. Thank you for coming out, Darius. But I didn't hear anybody talk about the intersection of 401 and Lindsay.
Maybe they got too busy.
And
I don't know.
he said these are our upcoming projects, but I didn't hear it, and I'm just concerned.
Well, I don't
that,
think that he arbitrarily just skipped it. Maybe
No.
he wasn't asked.
Well,
I mean, I don't
maybe
know.
have him back. Maybe
You're
ask him
concerned,
again.
but what?
I'm concerned because I want to understand the grand scheme of things. We have a big road tax bill that might be on the ballot this November. If the governor decides and has his way, whether you support him or hate him, the governor is getting ready to put a road tax bill on the ballot. It's not on there now. Right now, the November election is a municipal election.
Okay.
But if he gets that passed through the House and the Senate, he can put that bill on the November election, and all of a sudden it becomes a statewide election. And if it becomes a statewide election, that school sales tax bill gets put on there. Now, you want to talk about having
So
some
you went from
disparity?
roads to school.
No, I'm saying no, from taxes. I'm talking taxes.
Oh, you went from roads to
Do
taxes.
you think those guys doing the road out there is a private business? No, they're the state DOT.
Yep.
That's
What it says
our
on the side of
tax
the truck
money. That's
out
our
there.
tax money at work.
Well-
And my point is, we're not aware of what's going on. Brownie even said it himself.
Well,
We
I
have
mean,
no idea
If
what
people don't
plans
get
are
involved,
going
then
on.
they'll never know.
Well, that's
they,
our- that's
they don't
why
go to
we're
the
here.
community board meeting. They don't go to the commissioners meeting. And then it's like, oh wow, they're doing construction. What do you think?
Well,
I mean, so people got to get involved. You got to get involved. If you don't, then it is what it is, and people gonna run roughshod over you.
And that's been happening a lot.
So I mean, So your message is what?
Get involved, know what's going on in your community, and if you don't want to raise another sales tax,
And vote Democrat.
then you need to get it. Not do what you want to do. You need to get involved in the process. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, another thing to talk about, schools are about to open. You got the
School buses loading up.
school buses, you got all the conferences going on, the open houses on the 19th and the 20th. So yeah, it's about to get right.
And the buses are not. Look, the buses are on the road for a reason, folks.
Please be careful out there. Please give yourself enough time to do what you got to do and be where you need to go.
Don't be pulling a racetrack effort on
Real
turn
quick,
3
I
behind
wanted
the school bus.
Yeah. So open house for Hoke County, 7 to 7 on the 20th. And then you got West Hoke is on the 19th, 3 to 6 p.m. East Hoke on the 19th, 3 to 7 p.m. Sandy Grove, August 19th, 3 to 7 p.m. And then the elementary schools, August 20th, McLaughlin, 5 to 6:30, Upchurch, 4 to 6 p.m. West Hoke Elementary, 3:30 to 6 p.m. Hawkeye, 5 to 7, Rockfish Hope, 3:30 to 6 p.m. Don Steed, 4 to 6 p.m. Scurlock, 5 to 7, Sandy Grove, 5 to 7. That's in your Rayford News Journal or your Echo. It's probably out there on your lawn right now. It's got
Pick it
all the
up,
school
and if you
listings.
don't want it, you need to give us a call.
Yeah, because man, you know, my neighbor won't get rid of his. He just lays it out there in the yard and it gets wet.
Does he cut his grass?
Well, he cuts his grass.
But he don't.
He cuts his grass, cuts it right over
Does
the
he run
Echo.
over?
He cuts over the newspaper. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're gonna talk sports.
Uh-oh, we got a guest today too.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Don't want to miss it. We'll be right back after this.